Hello buddy, Crow back again with another pickups video. This is going to be a collection of stuff that is not video games, and some of it's not even video game related, but some of it is. They're just not specific games. I kind of want to do those as one at a time separate videos like I have been doing, but this is just stuff that I don't feel I want to put as a separate in a separate video. So some of it is video game related, some of it isn't. But yeah, we'll start out with something that is video game related. This GameCube controller for Smash Brothers. These hadn't really disappeared off store shelves, but here's what did disappear off store shelves for a while: the GameCube controller adapter. Now this appeared on Amazon out of nowhere after being sold out for so long, not being able to find it in stores or anything. So like right away when I saw it, I ordered it. And then, sure enough, that same day on my way home from work, I stopped at Fry's and they had it as well. So these are getting in stock everywhere. And then since I had bought this, I was like, you know, I'll buy a new GameCube controller too. Because I was kind of originally planning on using my Wavebirds on this, and I still might. But, yeah, I wound up picking this up as well. Because why not? It's kind of cool, I guess. So I already have these out of the packages. I've already played Smash Brothers with them, and now I already have cords tangled up together. Give me a second, I'm not going to... Well, no wonder they're falling all over the place, is because they were still hooked up together. So here is the the GameCube controller and adapter, and it hooks up to the Wii with two USBs. You know, it's all, you know, not very interesting to look at, but it does its job. And then I have the Smash Brothers controller here. Very, very feels real nice, exactly like the original GameCube controller, other than the fact that instead of saying Nintendo up here, it's got the Smash Brother logo. And I did play Smash Brothers with it online, and it feels very nice. It feels nicer than those other ones that they had made that clip into the Wii remotes. Let me pull one of those out really quick, just for comparison. Alright, so I found this one. This is one of the ones we have. You see this instead of having the GameCube plug at the end here, we have it plugs into the Wii remote, and it was kind of a good solution. But the plastic really on this feels better than, and it's got a little bit more heft. I think that this doesn't have the vibration function, the whatever it's called, but this one does. I think on the top here you can see that this has got two Z buttons, whereas this has got the original one. Not too big of a difference. I did notice that when I was using this with Smash Brothers, it was kind of confusing, a couple of these buttons around. The other thing is that here we got, of course, the extra buttons that we need for the home and the plus and the minus, whereas here we just have the start. And here the C-stick is the regular C-stick compared to this, which they've just replaced with the same analog stick that they have here. And even that analog stick is different. Here we have the circles for the grip, and this one really doesn't have that. You know, this works well, but this works even better, I feel, for Smash Brothers at least. So, yeah, let me clear this out and move on. Or it's funny, as I started showing off Skylanders, and then I just realized that I had shown some of them off in the last video, because they were at the same time I picked up the Golden Mario. So I kind of showed them off with that video. But there are two more Skylanders that we did pick up. This is Swarm. He's a giant Skylander. He was $5, I think at Five Below. We didn't have him, so we picked him up. And then this was the last Trapmaster we were waiting to be released. We found him at Toys R Us recently. This is Enigma, and he's actually looks pretty cool. Like how he's translucent and he slowly gains color up to the top. He's the last Trapmaster to be released for Trap Team. So all that's really left to pick up is a couple more light and dark traps, and then I'll have everything I need for Trap Team. You know, not the regular figures, but all the Trap Masters and all the traps themselves we would possibly need. So let me clear this out of the way, and we'll move on. Alright, I knew that this was going to be released soon because of Twitter, but I finally found this at Toys R Us. It is The Simpsons. It's Weird Al Yankovic done in the Simpsons form. Now, it's not because didn't get this necessarily because I'm collecting the Simpsons figures. It's just that I'm a big fan of Weird Al, and and it's his old look with the mustache and the glasses and everything. I mean, this was just a one-episode deal, and now they're kind of releasing Simpsons figures from odd episodes, so like Buzz Aldrin and stuff. But Yeah, I had to get, when I saw this, I like had to get it. What's funny was that they had 3 of them, and this was the best one of the 3. The one had, the glasses were too far down, and it didn't look right, and the other one had like a scuff on his hand, so I like had to go with this one. I don't think I'll ever take this out of the packaging, because there's some nifty information about the episode on the back of the box. Yeah, Weird Al in That 90s Show, air date January 27, 2008, and tells a bit about that episode. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be taking this out just because the packaging it has a great deal of information on it. Plus, there's not really much anything in there other than Weird Al and the accordion. But, yeah, I kind of want to keep this together in the packaging. My sister, moving on... My sister had said she had a Nintendo that she had found, and she asked me if I wanted that Nintendo. Again, this is not really video game related, but the story involves a Nintendo. So I went and I met her somewhere. I think it was on Mother's Day, and she's like, "Oh, I got this stuff in my car," and I forgot all about it. I was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Oh yeah, I have a bin of stuff." And I threw some other stuff in there that I think you'd like or whatever. So basically, the Nintendo 64 was the original Nintendo 64 I had. It was the one I had bought from my friend when he needed money. And then it's the one I had for about 3 or 4 months before. I was like, you know what? I'm not interested in Nintendo 64. I'm playing the PS1 way more. And I gave it to my dad. And I didn't know what happened to it after that. Apparently it wound up in my sister's hand. So basically I have the Nintendo 64 that I originally had way back when in Mississippi. Along with all the games I had for it too, and controllers and stuff. So that was kind of weird. But some of the things she actually threw in there was this. It's a Star Trek figure with Spock. Don't know when this was released or anything. I was like, oh no, this isn't Spock. This is Scott. I don't know why I said Spock. But I'm not going to flip this over because there was actually one other figure in there. And I kind of like flipped my lid when I saw this because I didn't even know they made a figure of this. But it's Mere Spock. So I thought that was hilarious, Mere Spock, with the goatee and everything. I don't know if I'll ever take this out of the package either. Like it's got all these little, different hands and everything. I thought that was kind of funny. In fact, from these old tickets, these stickers, price stickers, they look like they came from Suncoast Video, which actually doesn't exist anymore. But the back of the box on this one is pretty much the same as the other one. There were the characters. This was Wave 1. This is part of the Wave 2 series, I think. So they had a Mere Kirk and a Mere Spock. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to have the Mere characters. But the Mere Spock one, that's awesome because it's, Leonard Nimoy with the goatee and everything. Focus on there. There you go. Logical. Okay. Yeah. Listen to me come up with impromptu Star Trek stuff. Now, this was something I saw at Toys R Us, and they were $20, okay? And it was $20, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want it. Not for that much. It costs too much. And then we were having dinner with my wife's parents, my in-laws, and her mom was like, oh, here, if you really want it, here, go ahead. Here's $20. Here, go buy it. So I was like, okay. Well, I didn't wind up going to Toys R Us back again for some time. And then the next time we went, not only did they have this is Surf's Up Batman. I don't know if you've seen the original 60s Batman TV show, but there is an episode where Batman surfs. The plot is ingenious, actually. The Joker's turning people into surfboards, and the Joker challenges him to a surf-off or something like that. They wind up surfing against each other. There's literally an episode of Batman that does this. And so this is hilarious. I gotta get this. And so I got it. But here's what the clincher was. When I saw this, they also had other figures, and they also had this one. It's Surf's Up Joker. So, so Batman and Joker here. Let me see if I can maybe angle this down a little bit and get a better view here. I thought that was too good to pass up, and especially since I had the 24 Batman, I was like, oh, I'll pick up the Joker too. None of the other figures in this series are as crazy. I mean, they're like even the backs. Look at this. I don't think I'll ever take these out of the packages because I kind of was thinking of it at first, but then you got the backs and of the back packages and everything. So the other ones are just pretty much normal. You've got the Surf's Up Batman, okay, which is this one. The Riddler, and then regular Batman, Catwoman, Penguin. At one point, they had them all except for the Riddler. I would have liked the Riddler. He's my favorite Batman villain, I think. But yeah, just the dialogue and stuff on the boxes. I kind of want to take them out. There's a stand and everything in there. Yeah. Just the fact that they were like, oh, let's make an extra figure for Batman and the Joker as if they were surfing. That's just craziness. Oh, I passed up on once, but not twice. When they had the pair there, I knew it was spending $40. So, yeah, got those. Last stuff is just some Blu-rays here, but the first one is kind of video game related. Got this package in the mail one day. I'm trying to sort through it. It's from CGR, so I was like, oh, this is that Kickstarter thing that I got. So I got the Classic Game Room 15th Anniversary dish collection on Blu-ray. Did it for Kickstarter, and he actually signed it to Crow. Rad! And then he signed his name here. Marquis signed his name. Jesus instructions, operating instructions by Jesus, explaining how to play the Blu-ray here. So some nice inserts. This is nicer than what you get from a lot of Blu-rays these days. But there were some extra stuff thrown in. There were some coasters here, which I'll never use. These aren't really, if you'd use this once and it would get destroyed pretty much. But then we have some, come on, get out of here. Some posters and stuff, mini posters. Ethel, the Cyborg Ninja, signed by Mark. We have Mecha Monotrimita. I don't really know who that is, but by Mark here, signed. And then another is a note that I can't really show because it's got some information on it. And then Wind Squid Trek. I think that's Wind Squid. So yeah, it's pretty cool that that was included. And this Blu-ray is hilarious because he took the best stuff in there and added new footage, like to intertwine, like it's kind of like he's flashing back. There's a whole plot to this too, with future Mark and past Mark, and them talking to each other, and then past. I'm not going to go into it. It's kind of a really weird thing. I guess even if I did discuss it, it wouldn't make much sense. But I would just recommend getting this your own self. Then it's at Target. And I saw this. It was this. All three of these movies were in a bundle, but I've kind of I've taken it apart and I've watched all these since then. They had Iron Man. I saw this sitting on the shelf there. Iron Man, like under new releases. I'm like, that's not a new release. And then I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. It was a bundle of all three together, and it was $25. And I jumped at that price because I wanted to get all the Iron Man movies on Blu-ray. And in fact, they had this on the back here, and I'm like, oh, it's got that. And it was like all of these on the back have not for sale over the barcode. Or not for individual sale, because it was a kind of a hastily put together bundle. But what's ridiculous is that all three of these movies cost by themselves a ridiculous amount of money. Like a lot of, look at me put all this stuff on display in the camera so you can see it. Yeah, they cost too much money. Over $20 each. It's ridiculous. And the same thing goes with the Captain America movies. The same thing goes with the Thor movies. I want to get those too, but I'm not spending $20, $25, $30 for a Blu-ray of those. And the pricing doesn't ever seem to go down, which is why I was surprised they had the bundle for all three for $25. So I'll get the other ones too. I just need to wait for some kind of deal. Like, I think at this point I'll be happy with $15, but I usually don't try to spend more than $10 on a Blu-ray movie. But yeah, rewatched all those, so that's great. Now here's one I haven't seen yet, but I saw this at Fry's. It was $4, and when I read the description, I was like, there's no way I'm not getting this. Deadball. Japanese movie. Look at the tagline there. Hilariously psychotic. This is actually a follow-up to another movie I have called Battlefield Baseball. And let's see here. When I read the plot of this, I was like, okay, I gotta get this. Baseball prodigy Jubei Yakyu is the most feared and dangerous juvenile delinquent in all of Japan. After accidentally causing the death of his father with a superpowered fireball pitch, Jubei swore off baseball. But his life of crime leaves him in the pterodactyl juvenile reformatory at the mercy of headmistress Ishigara, the granddaughter of World War II Nazi collaborator and her sadist assistant Ilsa. Despite having sworn never play baseball again, Jubei is presented with an ultimatum. Join the reformatory team, the Gauntlets, in the national tournament, or witness the death of his innocent cellmate. Jubei is now in a fight for his life against the sexy but deadly Psycho Butcher Girls of the St. Black Dahlia High School. These teams are literally playing for blood. Hilariously offensive, politically incorrect sports splatter comedy Deadball is director Yudieko Yamaguchi's follow-up to his earlier zombie baseball classic Battlefield Baseball, and once again features action star Tech Sakajuji, whatever. A riotous, over-the-top epic of excess, Deadball is the movie for the movie for the psycho sports fan and all of us, and a more fun than a prison cavity search. Well, it's a good thing it's more fun than that. But yeah, if this sounds crazy, watch the trailer. I'm glad I bought this. I just haven't had time to watch it yet. And that's everything. That's not video game related. I've gotten another couple video games since then, but I'm going to make separate videos for those, but not today. But thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.